Now, once again, Hobbit fever is starting to build with the final instalment of Peter Jackson's trilogy due in cinemas next month. As a bit of a teaser for that, another trailer for Hobbit Battle of the Five Armies was released overnight.
I have but one question to answer. How shall this day end?
Now, 150 die-hard Hobbit fans won, well, the trip of a lifetime visiting Middle-earth locations over the last few days. Dana Vesic, you've had the nice job of going around with them. You're with us now in Wellington. This certainly has been an extraordinary trip for them, hasn't it?
Oh, it sure has, Ali. Now, these are die-hard fans. They've come from all over the world. I mean, they've come from countries like Bulgaria, Slovenia, the Philippines. They've come from Mexico. They've come from everywhere, and they have won the trip of a lifetime. I mean, they've toured Middle-earth. They've seen all the sights, and as I say, they are obsessed. They know the movies inside out. They know every scene. They've read the books dozens of times. They are true blue fans and very deserving of this trip.
And you've got some nice stories about some particularly special families that won trips here, because many of these people have never even travelled outside of their own country, have they?
I know, it's just actually incredible and quite emotional stuff. I mean, 75 fans won this trip and they all got to bring a friend or a family member or whoever, so it was a +1, so that's 150 fans in total. Now, I met a lovely family from the Philippines. They were just gorgeous, and the two daughters won the trip independently. One brought mum and the other brought dad. So the whole family got to come down under. It was the first time the two girls had been out of Manila, and they were just so grateful. They were gorgeous. They brought presents from the Philippines for everyone, and they just loved their time. I also caught up with some two Aussies, actually, a father and a son from Perth, and they were hilarious. Michael and Jake, they just had a smile on their face the whole time. Check out what they had to say. Is it today probably a highlight out of the week?
Probably
So
of my
far.
life. I'd say that much. In terms of the week, yeah, this is one of the things that I was looking forward to most of all. Like, just ridiculously thinking and imagining of coming up. There's the bridge, for God's sakes! It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was Michael there, and he was just brilliant. I mean, I also met another family from America, a husband and a wife who'd never left the States, and they have 6 children, Hobbit mad. They were having the time of their lives. But I think my favourite was Japanese Bilbo. Now, that was a woman, went everywhere dressed as hair before she came here, so it was kind of a little bit curly, and she had the full kit, the big feet, and yeah, she just loved every minute.
Absolutely brilliant. And to top it all off, last night they even got to watch the film with Sir Peter Jackson himself. That must have been quite overwhelming for them.
Oh, it's just incredible, isn't it? I mean, I think this is quite unprecedented that the fans actually are the first people to see this film. It's not quite finished, so the version they see, isn't the complete version. We weren't allowed to film there last night. As you can imagine, security was super tight, but I do know they all came dressed up. It was a massive highlight for them last night, of course, and especially from one lucky woman from Belgium. She won a prize to sit next to Sir Peter Jackson for the screening, and I mean, Sir Peter is a massive inspiration for these guys, so it would have been a huge night and capping off a very incredible week.
And because it is the final instalment, is there a sort of sense of sadness there, Di, that there will be no more after this?
Yeah, I think so, Ellie. I mean, we did an interview with Sir Peter Jackson yesterday, and I mean, he's been working on these films since the late 90s. That's when he first started working on Lord of the Rings. So I guess it is bittersweet. It is the end of an era, but I think that the legend of Middle-earth will live on for a lifetime, really.
Well, with fans like that, it most certainly will. Dana Vesic, thanks so much, and get some rest after your trip around the country.